Hi guys, just a quick one. It's not so much a tutorial or anything like that, it's just a quick maybe tips and tricks. It's nothing new, it's been done loads of times before, but I've just been quickly putting together this little journal. This is an Ephemera's Vintage Garden kit. It is the Forget Me Not kit, and I'm only using part of it for this one. I'm using the other half of the kit for another one. So I've used some of the kit pages as well as my own tea-dyed pages and some decorative, they're like embossed papers that I have in my stash. But yeah, just and a bit of just some silver paper, slightly textured. I've printed on the back with an Ephemera's Vintage Garden print as well. It's just a, I think it's coffee dyed, I think it's named or something. She does them in different colours. It just so happens that the backs of these pages that I've used are blue. But yeah, and whilst I was doing that, I had offcuts obviously whilst cutting them down to size, so I've just been making some little envelopes, which also double up as extra journaling space. So, and I love this. These are the ends off the kit pages on the reverse side of the kit pages. I've had to, normally I fold them in half and then cut. When I'm doing paper bag journals, I'll just fold a piece of paper in half and then cut it to size, but these I've had to shift it over because I wanted that image in, because otherwise the image is actually ended up mainly being cut off. So I've done a bit of rejigging and I've moved it over, and by doing that, this is the other end. I'm not sure which side, which one this was off. It probably would have been, yeah, it would have been this one. But yeah, so by doing that, I've ended up with this quite chunky offcut, and I folded it, and I love how it lined up. It actually lined up with the pattern, so it looks like it's one full piece, but it's, yeah, well, not full piece, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm full of a cold and I've got a bit of a head fuzz at the moment, but yeah, I think they're going to be too small. I mean, we could make tiny envelopes with them, I guess, but I just figured I'd pop on and just quickly show you. There's nothing major about making these. Just trying to see which way up this goes. I think it's that way. Yeah. Yeah, it's that way. So basically all you do is you take your strip of paper and you fold the top down to make a triangle. So basically try and make the corners meet like that, and then fold that down to roughly wherever you want it to be. I've been used, because I've printed lined paper on the back, I've been using the lines as a guide. I don't know how well you're seeing this, the lighting's rubbish here today. So I've just been folding that over and using one of those lines as a guide. That's not even straight. Excuse me. I'm trying not to sniff on camera because it doesn't sound nice, but my nose is trickling like a tap today. But yeah, so that's that, and then roughly work out how far up you want it. Again, I've been using the lines, but also using this to line up with that as a pattern. So around there maybe, and then, I'm sorry for the sniffling. Yeah, just, it's just winging it basically, guys. You've got a bit of practice. So using that line as a guide, just fold, and there you have it. You have a cute little envelope. So the pattern on this side is the right way up, and then we turn over, and again it's probably upside down because it's folded over, but it lines up here. So if you have a decorative edge like that, keep that in mind when you're folding, and then it just folds down like that. so you've got extra journaling, and I love the fact that the lines are going that way on these, with them being scraps. And give it a little burnish to keep its shape. You can hold it together with a paper clip. I think this one's smaller than this. Oh no, I've actually managed to get them the same size. Cool. Yeah, you can, and then on the fronts you can embellish them. You can add things to them to embellish them. Oh, I'm struggling breathing today, guys. And I am trying so hard not to sniffle on camera, and it's not easy. But yeah, so like I said, not a tutorial, goodness sake. I am definitely not in the right frame of mind to be doing tutorials today. It can be a bit tricky. So you've got to manipulate it a little bit. And there you go. Try and get the corners to meet. It's nowhere near straight. And then let's make this one a little bit deeper. There, again, nowhere near straight. Around there. You could even turn that into a little pocket and then fold up, so when you fold it down you have a little pocket there. And then kind of like about there, I think, so the pattern carries on. Where's my bone folder? There it is. But yeah, so there you go. Another cute little faux envelope that's extra journaling space. And like I said, if you glue down the sides, you could have a little pocket there. You could even, you can glue these down, but if not, you could even open up and journal across there and then fold it up. It's so cool. Like I said, it's nothing original. There are many crafters do these. But yeah, I just thought, let's give it a go. Now, where are we? Let's see if we can do it with this one. This will be interesting. Oh, my fingers aren't working today. Not bad. Let's go there. Oh wow, what do we do with this? Now this could get bulky if I fold it too many times, so I'm going to cut some off. Use the lines as a guide, chop some off, which then I can make another one. Let's see, around there, and then up again with that one, and that one lines up too as well, so oh dear me. Oh, there we go. Cool. That is so cool. I love these. I never thought, I have made a couple of these in the past, but I never thought to do them with the offcuts so that they still tie in with the journal, because obviously these are the same patterns as the kits because they are part of the kits, so you know they will look fairly cool. Could actually even turn them into paper clips, altered paper clips. But then obviously you can do them with anything. Some tea-dyed papers. These again are the offcuts from these. These I did just fold in half and slice down. Excuse me guys, I'm so sorry. So sorry. This is why you've not had any videos of me for a while. Besides the fact I've been busy and now poorly. The grandbabies, which I was so happy to report in the the messy craft room video, that I was so happy to report my main focus, have made me poorly. Happy days. So good job you can't see me now. There are tears streaming down my face. I'm yeah, my nose is running like crazy, and I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. Anyway, oh my gosh, I can't see for tears, 1 second. Oh goodness. Yeah, so it is slightly easier to fold these corner bits down with the big pieces of paper. I have found that, although I'm still not very good at doing it straight. Oh dear me, nowhere near. But yeah, around there-ish. And then you don't have to fold it up 3 times, you could just fold it up once and have a big envelope. Not 3 times, twice. Fold it once and then up again. You could just do it once and have a biggish envelope. Don't forget to leave a little gap at the top there, so that there's room for it to fold and not catch. But yes, so there's a slightly bigger one. So cool. Really good for scrap busting as well, you know, like scrap paper busting and that sort of thing. But yeah, so like I said, you can clip them in with a paper clip. You could put maybe a circle or something, a flower maybe or something on the bottom to be able to tuck that into to keep it in place. Paper ruffle would be awesome, material ruffle even. But yeah, so great way for using your scraps as well. I'm just rooting in my scrap tub down here to see if I have anything else I could show you with. Ooh, what about this nice piece? Square piece. I don't know if it would work with a square piece. That's nice. It's pretty. Don't think it'd work with that, will it? No. No, not quite. It would if we cut it in half. I think I remember watching a video, I think it was Natasa from Treasure Books. I remember watching a video, or it could be Pam from the Paper Outpost. I can't remember because, excuse me, I know they've done these videos or similar recently, and they were saying they have to be like rectangular pieces for it to work properly. Yeah. I'm pretty sure actually now it was Pam from the Paper Outpost who mentioned that. Like I said, I have seen a lot of crafters doing this over time, but I've seen quite a few recently as well. That's what made me think of doing it. But, like I said, this is by no means least a tutorial because I am not in the right frame of mind for that sort of thing right now. I'm debating whether or not to do a tutorial Thursday for November because I am so behind on videos. I am poorly. I have grandbabies, not this week. I actually don't have them this week, although I've just got a bad cold, that's all. And although I am well enough in myself to have them, myself and the 2 youngest ones that we have agreed with their parents agreed that it wasn't a very good idea to be having them while I'm like this, because the youngest one, Coffee Bean, who's 6-month-old in 2 days, he was the little monster that's given me this cold because he's just had a really bad cold, and the poor little thing, he's just getting over it now, and it seems such a shame for me to have him and giving him back. So, and then Pumpkin, who we now I now have, predominantly me, I now have twice a week. Her mum's quite poorly at the moment as well, so she's, you know, could definitely do without more germs being spread and making her even more poorly than she already is. So we agreed not to have them this week, and we will have them next week instead, because hopefully we'll all be better by then. So yeah, so I am making the most of being able to do some videos whilst I've got the time. but I really don't think my brain's with it enough to do a tutorial video on the prototype that I made for this month's tutorial. Did not work, and I'm a bit at a loss as what to do next. So anyway, I suppose I could use this, but it's not really a tutorial. But as you can see, these work up very fast. You know, they're very easy to do, very quick to do. You can do them with anything. And like I said, they do work up fairly fast. So grab yourself a load of scraps from your stash and get folding, and in no time, you know, you can bust through your stash fairly quickly and get some awesome little pieces of ephemera made up ahead of time. If not for the journals you're already making, you've got a load for later on. Oh, that's nowhere near straight, but never mind. There we go. Oh, see, made that one a bit short. Trial and error. And it's paper, it will refold, you know, and you can decorate them. You don't have to leave them plain, you could decorate them. So still too short. See, brain's not working now. And yeah, but there you go. So what, 10-15 minutes and we've already got a handful of cute little ephemera from actual cut-offs from the journal that tie in with the journal, and then from the stash just down here, which will actually still tie in with the journal. My scrap stash is a bit redundant at the moment because I had a big clear out not long since. I do have more than that, but that's the main one. That's where, when I'm doing stuff like this, I throw that sort of stuff in. So like when I've got bits like this cut off that I think I've no idea what I'll use them for, I will just throw them in this tub down here. Sometimes I'll rip them smaller. But yeah, so this one's gonna work. I don't know how much of this you're actually seeing. I don't know how much of it I've been on camera for, or if it's even been in focus. Unfortunately, those of you who have been following me, I'm not even trying with that. Those of you who've been following me with my camera saga, buying new phone and what have you, and a different one for filming and blah de blah de blah. My new phone, the Nexus 6P, is working as a phone, so that's awesome. But I actually tried to use it earlier on to film, and even though it was up at 80% when I hit record, within a minute and a half, I think it was like 1 minute 27 seconds or something like that, the battery completely drained and the phone died on me. I was like, are you kidding me? That's just not on. I thought, right, so I put it on charge, left it for 5 minutes, went back to it, turned it on, and the battery was immediately back up at, I think it were, what were it, 92% or something, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? But yeah, so the original factory faults that the 6P had have been sorted because it was a refurbed phone. And the guarantee was that that issue had been fixed. The issue now with the videoing and draining the battery is not an actual phone fault, it is one of the Android update faults. So, and it affects all Nexus phones. My Pixel phone was subject to that. Didn't have the issue with the filming, but had the issue with the battery draining for no reason. But yeah, so it seems I'm not having a great deal of luck at the moment, guys, so we are stuck with the Xperia, this one, which is the one that doesn't focus properly, and I've got to keep running my finger over the lens, but yeah, no, it films. I'm not complaining too much. So there we go, guys, just a little quickie. I haven't filmed for a while. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to film properly, although I am taking advantage of not having the babies for the next 3 days, and I will catch up with my craft haul and mail time videos whilst I have filming time, and then I will see where the rest of the month takes me. Yeah, I don't know whether there's going to be a tutorial Thursday this month. If not, I will do double next month and yeah, make up for it somehow. I've already done November's antique paper redesign team project. That was at the beginning of the month. I filmed it last month for this month, so I'm okay on that score, but I still need to do next month's. And oh, honestly, there's just a million things whizzing around my head. I don't know whether I'm coming or going at the moment. But anyway, enough whining and moaning and feeling sorry for myself. There you go, guys, a nice quick easy project and I'm off. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.